Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 3720. Lexicographically smallest permutation greater than target. This is a medium problem that might become quite tricky, so next I will show you what I think is a reasonably intuitive solution. We are given two strings of length n with lowercase English letters only. The strings are s and target. And we have to return the lexicographically smallest permutation of s that's strictly greater than target. If this is not possible, we return an empty string instead. In case you don't know what a permutation is, it's a rearrangement of characters. So the permutations of s are down here. There are 6 in total. We have ABC, ACB, BAC, and so on. These 6 permutations are in lexicographical order, and we are looking for the first permutation that's strictly greater than target, meaning ABC. So we can take this one, ACB. And just to be clear, how do we know that ACB is lexicographically larger than ABC? Well, we can iterate characters one by one. First, we compare these two characters. A is equal to A, so we continue with the second character. Now, B is smaller than C. This is enough to know that this string is lexicographically larger than this one. So maybe you're thinking about iterating every possible permutation of S, but how many permutations do we have in this example? Here we have 3 characters, so we are looking for rearrangements of 3 characters. How many choices do we have for the first position? Well, we have 3, right? We can use any of these 3 characters. For the next position, how many choices do we have? We have already used 1 character and we still have to use 2, so here we have 2 choices. And for the last index, how many choices do we have? Well, we have already used 2 characters, so here we have only 1 choice, which means that we can have 3 times 2 times 1 permutations, meaning 6, and this is equal to n factorial permutations, where n is the length of the string. Now, here we have the constraints, and we know that the length of both strings can be of up to 300, and 300 factorial is a huge number. So this is not possible. We can't iterate every permutation. We have to think about something else. If we look at these two strings, they both start with A, so maybe we have to start the result with A. But we should only do this if we are sure that we can build a result that's lexicographically larger than the target. And this means that we should know which characters do we have available at each step. So we can use a frequency map to keep track of available characters. How do we build a frequency map? Well, we can iterate characters of S one by one. We start with A, and we don't have A here, so we add it as a key, and the count is 1. Next we have a B, so we put B, and the count is 1. Next we have a C, so here we put a C, and the count is 1. Now we can iterate indices again to build the final result. So we start from index 0 and the character in the target is A, so maybe we have to start the result with A, but we can only do this if the final result that we can build is larger than target. For this we have a frequency map. So we are about to test this. What if we start with A? Well, in this scenario we subtract 1 from this frequency and this is a 0. And now we need to check if we can build a suffix that's strictly larger than the target suffix. So, how do we build the largest possible suffix using this map? The trick here is that we can iterate characters in the frequency map starting from the largest. So we will say that the largest possible suffix that we can build from this point is equal to the current character times its frequency. Here we only have 1 C, so this is a C. Next we continue with a B. Here we only have 1 B, so we add a B. The largest possible suffix that we can build is CB. And now we check if this is strictly larger than the corresponding suffix in the target. CB is strictly larger than BC, which means that we can actually start with A here and continue with the next index. Next we are here. And just to be clear, we have an empty array and we are iterating character indices from the largest one to the smallest, from 25 to 0, in steps of -1, meaning in reverse. Remember that we have only 26 lowercase English letters. Every time the character corresponds to a character from the character index plus the A SCII code of lowercase a. Here you have an ASCII table. The code of lowercase a corresponds to 97. This is a standard technique to build characters in Python. So we are building the actual character from this character indices, and we check if the frequency of this character is strictly larger than 0. We add to the array largest character times its frequency. That's exactly what we did seconds ago. Now we are standing at index 1 and this is a b, so maybe we have to continue with b in the result. But we should only do this if we can build a final result that's strictly larger than the target. So how about the current suffix? Well, if we use a b here, we temporarily subtract 1 from this in the frequency map, and this is a 0. Now we need to build the largest possible suffix with what we have here. We only have one c, so the largest suffix is c. And we need to check if this is strictly larger than the suffix of the target. And here we have a c also. This is not true, which means that here we can't use a b. So now we have to put this b back into the map, which means that this count is 1 again. And we have to replace this with the next character that we have available after b. We are looking for the lexicographically smallest character that's strictly larger than b in this frequency map. Here you have the corresponding code. We can run a for loop from the current character plus 1, which in this case would be c, and we check if the frequency of this character is strictly larger than 0 in the map. Here we have one c remaining, so we can use it right here in this position. We subtract 1 from the frequency, this is 0, exactly what we are doing here. And now we can build the smallest possible suffix, because this is enough to build a result that's strictly larger than target. So from here to the right, we want the smallest possible suffix. And how do we do this? Well, we have it here in the code. We have an array that's empty, and we are iterating characters from the smallest one. Every time we check if the frequency of the character is greater than 0, and if so, we add to smallest character times frequency. In this scenario, we only have one character left, and it's a b, so here we put a b, and finally we can return this. So just to be clear, we are iterating characters in target one by one, and every time we add the corresponding character to the final result only if we are sure that we can build a final result that's strictly larger than target. And the way to know this is with the frequency map. If we ever step into a scenario in which, because of using a character, we can't build a result that's strictly larger than target, we have to step back and replace this last character with the next character that's available in the frequency map. If we don't have anything available greater than this character in the frequency map, we return an empty string right away. And if we do have something available greater than b in this case, we replace it with the corresponding character, and then we use the smallest possible suffix. Time complexity for this approach is overall big of n squared, because we are iterating indices one by one, and from each index we are taking the corresponding target suffix. We are comparing this with the largest possible suffix that we can build with the frequency map. So overall time is n squared and overall space is big O of n. We are building substrings here, and we need space for the result, of course. So with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we can say that n is the length of s. We need a frequency map, which is a default dictionary with a default value of 0. And we can say for every character in s, frequency map at c plus equal 1. The result is initially empty. And now we can say for every target index in range n, the target character every time is target at ti. Sorry, this is a t. And now we can say if frequency map at t is strictly larger than 0, then we can test the current character in the final result. So frequency map at t minus equal 1, and we can get the largest possible suffix. Remember how we do this. We have an empty array, and now we can iterate characters in reverse. So for every character index in range, we go from 25 to 0 in steps of -1. And the current character every time is character from the current character index plus the ASCII code of lowercase a. And we can say if we have a frequency for this character that's strictly larger than 0, then largest dot append character times its frequency. And once we have this, we can check if showing largest is strictly larger than the suffix of the target, meaning we can take a substring from target index +1 to the end of the string. So if the largest possible suffix that we can build is strictly larger than the target suffix, then we can actually take the current character. So result.append t, and we can continue with the next index. Else, if we are here, this means that we can't build a larger suffix than the target suffix. So at this point, we have to put the current character back into the frequency map. So we can say that frequency of target plus equal 1, and if we are standing here, that's because either we don't have the target character in the map, or we can't build a suffix that's strictly larger than the target suffix. So we can try new target indices in the range, and we go from the target +1 to the last character. So we take the code of target minus the code of lowercase a +1, and we go up to 26. Remember that this is non-inclusive. The current character every time is a character from the new target index plus the code of lowercase a. And if the frequency of this character is strictly larger than 0, then we can actually use it for the current index and continue with the smallest possible suffix. So result.append this character, we subtract 1 from the corresponding frequency, and we have to build the smallest suffix. Remember how we do this. For every character index in range from 0 to 26, the character is a character from character index plus the code of a, and if the frequency of this character is strictly larger than 0, smallest dot append character times its frequency map at c. Okay. Now, after this for loop, we can return a call to join using result plus smallest. If we are standing here, that's because we have already iterated characters from the target character +1, and we never return anything. So at this point, we have to return an empty string. And if we reach this point and we don't return anything, we have to return an empty string also. So let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's efficient enough. Maybe you can make it slightly more efficient, but I think that this is reasonably intuitive, so I will keep it like this. If you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.